Welcome back to the channel, Stuart from ZSE Toys and Play, and today we're going to be reviewing the Sikuworld Garage. Okay, so here we have model number 5507 and it's the Sikuworld Garage. There's quite a lot to this set, which is really good, quite a lot of playable features, and so let's get into it. Remember, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. So this is this set, so we'll just give you a 360 spin of everything which is part of it. I've already applied the stickers to everywhere that you can. There are also some additional stickers that you might want to apply. The stickers are that are just there as well. So I've put the majority of them on for this review. I have unboxed this before on the channel, which can be found, which is just me constructing it with no narration or any of my thoughts. So if you do want to do that, just jump over and head over to the Sikuworld playlist that I have on the channel, and then you can see it being unboxed and all built in real time. It is sped up to a certain amount, so you're not too bored with it. So this is the model. You get one plate in there, and then you get this separate section which just comes away fairly easy from that model if you want to do variations or just use this plate, and then just stick straight back onto there as well. So the construction of the building is this push fit, this push fit series of panels and pillars, which is pretty much traditional or typical of the Siku models now, compared to the old system where you used to have these sort of grommets that you pushed into the corners. It wasn't that stable. So this system, you can lean on it, put quite a lot of weight on it, and then it won't fall apart as easy. So the elements you get included in the set is the main building, and then you get these two vehicles, and you get this wheelbarrow which has these pull away tires. There are 4 included, but I've had this set quite a long time and it's been played with by our son a lot, so we've managed to disappear one of the tires as you do. So just going on in terms of construction, just looking at this wheelbarrow here, it's majority all plastic, but you do get rubber tires as part of it. I don't know if any of these tires or these wheels fit on anything else, but that just would be interesting to find out if anyone knows. And then you've got the sack truck section on the back, and that is all basically plastic, but the wheels do work on there, so that it does have that little bit of playability for your little one if you want to play with that. So going on to the vehicles, it's pretty traditional with the or it's pretty normal when you get vehicles with a set, especially in this scale, that the models are of a less quality. You can feel they're a little bit lighter in terms of their gauge of steel. So looking at this model, I think you can get this set separately as well. That you can get in a blister pack in the Sikuworld range. That's just one thing to know. If you do want both of these vehicles, you don't necessarily have to purchase the garage. So looking around this model, everything you see here which is red is die-cast metal. The glazing you see here and the lights are plastic, as well as the sort of breaker section here, and the toe-in section is also plastic as well, and moves the vehicle along quite well on it, and then that can fold up like so and then be quite drivable. So you've got this traditional it looks like a transit van, or is there's no emblems on there to sort of let you know exactly what it is, but everything you see in blue is die-cast metal, and then you have the plastic wheels as well. So those are the additional models you get with it. You do get this sign which pops off of the plate and is pretty universal in its fixing. So if you've got more plates that you want to add onto here and break off, then you can just put this sign anywhere you like. In terms of playability of the building, you do have this roller shutter door which goes up and down, which is nice and free and moving, and once everything is locked in underneath here, it does work pretty well and will stand a bit of abuse. When it comes to, you also have this other part of the playability, which is this ramp, and then which from the looks of it, as you can see there, is not necessarily scaled for a 1/64 scale. It's more a 150 scale item, as with most of the Siku World parking spaces are more likened to a 150 scale. So that's just one thing to be aware of. In terms of playability, you can actually raise up the ramp and pretend that you are working on it as well. So in the instructions, you do get quite a lot of stickers in the set. So you can see in the model there, I have applied some toolboxes. You've got some oil cans there as well. So that's just one thing to be aware of. These also push off from the set. In terms of its construction, if you've not seen this set construction before, this is the typical set construction in terms of sizing. A lot of these plates are universal to Siku, so you can move it across multiple different buildings that you might purchase, and then you've got this, and then you can make lots of different variations, and then the panels just basically slide off in between the grooves, and then you can just move everything and then you can move everything over as you need it, and then so these push part as well. So as you can see, I'm just going to build it back up now. It is fairly straightforward to do this. There is a sort of rhythm that you need to do to make sure that everything goes together, but once you sort of understand the process, it's fairly straightforward. Just slide the plates back in. It's all fairly rigid once it's all put back together. Once everything is lined up. And that is pretty much everything for this model. In terms of pros and cons, so definitely the pros, for the money you pay for the building, you do get quite a lot included. There is that additional level of playability from this set, so that is just one thing to be aware of. And so in terms of pros and cons, there is, yes, as I've said, there's quite a lot of playability. In terms of cons, I think it's just what I said, which I do say consistently over these reviews, is that when you get vehicles included in the buildings, the vehicles just seem to be a lesser quality, and that's really my only issue with this set. The roller shutter door on this set does work really well. Sometimes on some of the other sets that can be a little bit clunky, but for some reason on this garage set it works really well. Another con just to mention is that it doesn't fit well in with it. If you are building this into a larger road and buildings, because this is set down on a separate section and not on a plate, this can be quite hard to build into exactly what you want to do. But if it has a standalone option, you do get 2 ramps with this, but there isn't a ramp on there at the moment, but you can get 2 ramps in there. So in terms of a standalone item, it's really good. Trying to build this into a section, if you was to have more roads here, you might have some empty paths, and that might niggle you a little bit. So that's it for everything on this review. If you have any questions, please comment down below, and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you.